Instagram influencer. Hey guys, welcome to Kilos and Ounces' very first beer review. Now, if you notice, Bud's been doing a lot of whiskey reviews, and they've been really good. I've been off the wagon, but now I'm back on the wagon. I haven't been drinking due to Sober October, but I'm back. And what does he do? He sticks me at a kiddie table, and he gives me beer instead of whiskey.
Glad to have you back, though.
It's good to be back. It's very good to be back. Now, as you can see behind us, we've got a really nice bracket filled out. Not all the way, because we haven't thought this all the way through, but we've got two of them. And with any competition, you need at least two. So, we've got Dream Crusher, Devellum Brewery Company's beer out of Dallas, Texas. And then we got Mini Boss, a local favorite, out of Eureka Heights. Now, Bud's going to explain a little bit about where this is going to go in the coming weeks.
So as y'all can see, we got two today. Then we're going to have two next week. Two the following. You see how it goes. 5 weeks. 2 a week for 5 weeks. This week he's head judge. So he's the one that decides which one goes here and which one goes in the trash. Next week I decide. Him, me, him, so on. You get a drift.
The bottom one looks so sketchy.
Don't worry about that. We'll discuss this shit later. But y'all understand how it's going. Let's move on.
All right, as you can see here, we have our beer. We, as men, and maybe not the brightest of men, went by look of can. This one right here is the one out of Dallas, the Dream Crusher. It's a pretty cool can. On the side, it's got a skull with a top hat, American top hat, and what looks to be a bald eagle with a spray paint can spraying out flames. If you can see that. Now, it has a citrusy, piney floral, and fruity hops, and that's about all I want to get into with that because we're just beer drinkers. If you want to kind of know the hops, they're Columbus hops and about 4 other hops. Way too much for beer drinkers to be reading, but we'll make sure you get the information on the YouTube video.
They got a nice pop to it when you open the can.
I was about to say, does it pop like a Coors Light can?
It's not bad.
No. So, if you're mowing the lawn and you need a can on the edge of the fence line when you're going back and forth, this is a good one. This will work.
It's a good deal.
Anything you want to add to it other than it looks like it's got that, like we should be smoking a pack of cigarettes gold up on top?
It definitely says America on this motherfucker, that's for sure.
Big time.
Skull with the beard, the top hat, red, white, and blue, baby. Good looking can. Good looking can.
I feel like I need a Marlboro cigarette with this.
Marlboro red.
That's true. That's the only one you're supposed to smoke. Now, you want to go on to the Mini Boss now, or should we just keep sucking this one down? Or go to who sponsor us.
So today's video is sponsored by Cheetos. The Cheetos White Cheddar. It's pretty damn good, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they are pretty good. You want one?
They're actually better than the originals.
Yeah.
Like that.
Also brought to you by Kilos and Ounces.
Yeah. We know the guys. They told us to put their shit on the video. So if you notice, our shirts, hats, everything's Kilos and Ounces.
So pull up what the Mini Boss is supposed to be.
I think you should go over the Mini Boss's name.
So the can, as you can tell, is the 8-bit or whatever drawing and all that. So all y'all people that grew up in the Nintendo era playing the games, all y'all fucking nerds, we all remember it. We all 70s and 80s kids. We all grew up playing there, so that's a little 8-bit drawing. It's pretty cool. You could tell by some of the artwork that comes out of Kilos and Ounces does represent some of that, so we picked up that.
I really feel like we missed out on a big thing here. The most important thing about drinking, especially any sort of alcohol, is the alcohol content, and we forgot to tell them that this one is a 9.5. It's a double IPA, so it's not just a normal IPA. It will doubly mess you up.
But it don't drink like a double IPA.
It doesn't.
That's a good thing. This beer is actually very smooth, and you can't tell just by taking a sip that it is a double.
We may be able to tell by the end of this video.
Yeah, but you've had a double IPA that you take a sip and you're like,
yeah,
son of a bitch, this is a double.
Motor oil or gasoline.
This one here, Dreamcatcher, y'all did good on this one. Really good. So, what we got on
back to the mini
the
boss.
8-bit?
So the 8-bit mini boss. This is a double dry hopped IPA. It's jam full of citrus and tropical notes. Citra and mosaic hops join forces in this fruity IPA to wrap your senses around aroma land. And it's got Citra and mosaic in it. It's a 6.8, which in my opinion, anything from let's say 6 to 8, for me, is a perfect all-day drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. You go below that, then you gotta drink a whole
Cool,
12 pack. You go above that, and well, you end up in the lazy boy,
Yeah.
and you not getting anything done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a crack.
Yeah. A little weaker. I'd rather a pop out of that one. It might have been my pool.
It didn't change on the pool because I went with a different pool.
It might have been my pool.
It's a weaker snap. It's not the Coors Light snap.
Okay.
Any idea? Keep taking pulls. Now I will tell you, I felt like I could chug it a little easier out of this shaped can. Could be the same shaped can, I don't know. But I felt like it really wanted to keep going into the old mouth, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna let you give your opinion since you're the head judge, and after you make your final decision, I'll let you know what I think.
Now, if I'm being honest, it's got for the lack of a better term, kind of a dirty flavor to it, a little musky, a little dirty. I don't know what the right words are. We're not professional beer tasters or professional drinkers. And yeah, it's good. It's edible. I would drink more. Anything? It's got a very sharp kind of.
So
that's the dry hops.
I want you to go ahead and, before I give my opinion, I want you to make your decision. Which?
Oh, I have to make a decision.
Yeah.
I would figure since I'm the final decision maker, you would make yours first, and then I would come in and.
Okay, fuck it. I didn't want to sway your opinion, but
no, I'm too stubborn for that.
This one here, I taste more citrusy, more.
There's something about it's the dry hop that really kind of.
But this one here, I find this one smoother to drink.
Yes.
I personally believe this one goes down smoother. This one has a little more citrus and a little more bite to it.
So what you're saying is this one's more of probably something you could drink a little more all day, something smooth, easy going. You could drink a couple of them, not just one and done.
Yes. If drinking these side by side like we are, I think this one's easier to drink.
Yes.
But
I think it's because it's not dry hopped.
But you could definitely taste the more of the citrusy in this one.
So let me take one last taste.
Both good beers. Both good beers.
Yeah, we first want to put that out there.
Yeah.
We picked beers also not just by look, but ones that we knew were probably going to be good.
Yeah.
So if I was here and you asked me, hey, what beer you want? I got these two. I would say you pick.
Yeah.
But, ooh, I think I'm gonna go with Bud, and I didn't know if I would do that or not. I want to say this one right here, the Dream Crusher, might have crushed the mini boss's dreams. It's a pretty good beer.
It is. For it being a double at the, what you said, the 9 point whatever?
Yeah, it's on the fucking. We're not two old men reading it. 9.5.
Yeah, 9.5.
9.5.
For it being 9.5, it is a very smooth beer. I think you made a good decision on the choice of beers we did for the first week to open up our. Oh, if y'all notice, this is blank. We haven't come up with a name for our bracket or series, so.
It's not because we're lazy either, it's just because sometimes we're not smart enough to come up with a cool name. So, these are all going to be IPAs from Texas. We're not going to do super local because then we're, limiting ourselves, and we want a broad palette, and Total Wine has a lot of fucking beer.
Yeah.
So, if you can come up with a name, and we like it, we'll put it up there.
Yep.
Whatever it is. Unicorn IPA contest, we don't care. We're going to put it up there. What else we got?
Cheers.